Warning, the following video is controversial and may be banned at any time. It touches on the topics of cutting-edge psychology, sexual attraction, and the secret of using online dating sites to get laid. If you are under 18 or easily offended, please leave now. This is not for you.
Love and relationships. Online dating's no longer taboo. 74% of singles now say it's how they look for love.
Or the new fashion way, on the internet. Tonight, you're going to meet some people who claim to have cracked the code of online dating.
This presentation shares breakthrough tips that help men meet women online fast, allowing you to meet and date the women you've always wanted quickly and easily, and without trying very hard at all. If you want to get dates with hot, sexy women as often as you want, you just landed on the most important video of your life. You're about to hear from a man in Florida who has cracked the code and reverse engineered how online dating sites really work, creating a machine that lands him date after date with attractive women, while he just sits back and smiles. Why are the dating sites scared to death about this video? Why is there so much buzz about this video on social media that our servers are about to explode? Simple. This video does something that has never been done before. It exposes the real reason you haven't been able to meet women online. Discovered by a man who's met so many women online, he's been seen in Vanity Fair, Double Your Dating, Neil Strauss's book The Game, The Wall Street Journal, and even in Playboy. This machine does all the work for you when it comes to meeting and actually getting dates with tons of amazing women. If that sounds good to you, then buckle up, because you're about to discover the breakthrough secret of attracting women online in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You've got mail.
Hear that sound? What if I told you that this little sound held the secret to getting you laid in just 5 hours from now? Literally. Set your clock for 5 hours from now, dude, because this is real. If you watch this video from beginning till end, then in just 5 hours, I can promise you, you will be between the sheets with a hot, wild, and hopelessly horny woman. And no, this isn't scraping the bottom of the barrel stuff either. I'm talking you getting down in 5 hours from now with a smoking hot girl who will suddenly find her panties soaking wet before she even knows what happened. She won't understand why, but she'll get weak between the knees at just the thought of you. She'll be overcome with an unexplained urge to love you, please you, and yes, to worship you. Best part? You won't need to spend a dime. You don't even need to leave your home. No dressing up, no hair gel, no cologne. As hard as this is to believe, all it will take is a few clicks of your mouse and you're in Sex City. It doesn't get any more lazy than this. It never will. In fact, I'm going to give you one of my very best tips in just a moment. You'll use it to generate 10 to 30 emails from interested women within the hour, and it works every single time. Let the emails pour in and have your pick. You have no idea what the cat will drag in. These emails you'll be getting will be from 8s, 9s, and 10s who are intrigued by you, turned on by you, and frantic to quench their thirst for you as soon as humanly possible. Once you use this tip, these women don't stand a chance, poor things. She'll be checking her inbox every 30 seconds, panting, fists clenched, praying to God that you'll email back. Meanwhile, she'll be messaging her friends with texts that say things like, "I think I found the one." And when you do email her back, it'll be time for a panty change. I'll admit, it's a little cruel to put so many women through such a death-defying emotional thrill ride, but you'll get used to it. And if you stick around and do what I say, I'm not just going to show you how to do this, I'm going to show you how to turn this into a machine that sends a new hottie to your doorstep, ready to roll every single night. So trust me, you must stick around for this tip. But first, a word of warning. Somewhere in this video is my most powerful tip for getting laid fast, and a lot of women are kicking and screaming, calling it unfair manipulation. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But the fact is, people are really complaining, and if my publisher gets a few more of these complaints, they could decide this video is too risky and shut it down for good. That can happen at any time, and it'll happen without warning. It could be removed next week, today, or even before you're finished watching it. So please be sure to watch it while you can. Before we get to that, I need to tell you a real quick story which is incredibly painful and embarrassing. Because if you're a single guy who's frustrated with women the same exact way I was for many, many years, then I don't want you making the same embarrassing and stupid mistakes I made. If you looked up pussy whipped in the dictionary, you'd see a photo of me right there on the page. In fact, if I hadn't hit rock bottom after one of the most devastating experiences of my life, I'd probably still be terrible with women to this day. My college friends would love to tease me about it week after week. It would begin every Monday morning. They'd start teasing me for not hooking up the weekend before, and who could blame them? You see, I was a virgin until my third year of college. I got lucky at a party, drank 10 shots of tequila, and woke up next to some moderately attractive girl. I barely remember what happened that night. I was just happy not to be a virgin anymore. After that fateful night, it was a full 3 years before I got laid a second time. 3 years. In my mid-20s, I started dating a girl named Sarah. We had known each other before, but had only engaged in small talk and the typical, "Hi, how are you?" Then one night, I was out with some friends, and Sarah and I got to talking. I had always secretly been attracted to her, but I thought that I was stuck in the friend zone. Well, after talking to her, it became clear that there was more to the situation than I thought before. She was a very interesting person, not to mention pretty hot, and we quickly found out that we were very comfortable around each other. We got close really fast. You know how it is when you're with someone and it just feels right. That's what Sarah and I had. A comfort level and an attraction that had shown itself very fast after we actually started talking that night. We started dating about 3 weeks later after talking and started hanging out a bunch more times. And I can honestly tell you that I've never gotten so close to someone so fast. Maybe that was a bad thing, but at the time, it was the greatest feeling in the world to all of a sudden discover someone who could understand you so deeply and on such a different level than you've ever experienced with someone else. How your mind always wanders to them when you're not with them, and you can't wait till the next time that you are together. And those are the perks of the honeymoon stage of any relationship. I know, I was there too. Then, with no warning, lightning struck. And that lightning could be represented by any number of things. A job change or loss, a new coworker, a loss of sex drive, a big fight. There are thousands of them. In my situation with Sarah, it was a need for space. After we had dated for a few years, we took a trip to California for a vacation. I set up the most beautiful proposal a girl could ever ask for. I mean, we're talking some storybook stuff here. And with tears of joy in her eyes, she happily accepted the ring. And she told me that she wanted to spend the rest of her life with me. I was the happiest guy in the world. But as the wedding date got closer, Sarah started to become more distant. When previously she couldn't stop talking about plans for the wedding and how excited she was, now she'd become very passive about the whole thing. It didn't seem to mean anything to her anymore. And that's when she dropped the bomb. She said she needed some space and some time to think. The problem was she didn't know how long or how much space. It became very clear when she stopped returning calls and texts that she was very serious about this. Of course, I didn't get the hint that she didn't want to see me anymore. Nope, I was totally clueless. I figured if I really try harder and show her how much I miss her, she'll come back to me. Man, what a mistake of epic proportions that was. A week later, I was going to surprise Sarah at her place after work with a nice necklace I spent half my paycheck on and a bag of Hershey's Kisses with a sweet little note. I walk up to the apartment and knock on the door. Nothing. I knock again. Nothing but some faint noises coming from inside. It took me a moment for me to realize what I was hearing. As the door finally opened, I could feel my heart pounding in my throat. I was horrified. Sarah answers the door wearing nothing but the bed sheets wrapped around her, and in the background, I see some skinny, dorky-looking dude walking out of her bedroom and into the bathroom wearing nothing but boxer shorts. I was frozen in absolute shock. I couldn't even speak, let alone move. I felt like I had just been punched in the gut. Why would she do that to me? I was completely devastated. It felt like my life was going to end. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't go to work because my emotions were on a hair trigger. That was the lowest moment of my life. When something like that happens to you, it's human nature to basically shut down. You refuse to do anything, let alone going out to meet new people. I was angry at myself for being so stupid with her, frustrated with myself for even being in this situation. Dating women, getting laid, it all seemed like an impossible puzzle to me. But as time passed and I started to gather myself back together, I started to emerge back into the dating scene again. But things had changed. and my confidence with women was totally shot. I was at rock bottom, and it oozed off of me whenever I tried to talk to a girl. To start, I was deathly afraid to approach a girl I didn't know. And the girls I did know through mutual friends had all shoved me into the, "you're nice, but let's just be friends" zone. That pissed me off so bad to see beautiful women hooking up with such douchebags, while the nice guys like us get the boot. I knew I had a lot to offer, but I couldn't even begin a conversation, and even when I did, I had no clue what to say to her. Online dating seemed like a good idea. I figured if I didn't actually need to meet them face to face, I'd actually have a chance. At this point, I figured I had nothing to lose by trying it. And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, meeting women online would be my way out. You want to know what happened? Well, here's what happened. I failed at that too. It totally sucked. I couldn't believe that I was actually getting rejected by chicks on the internet. This killed me. So I figured maybe I was doing something wrong, so I signed up to every dating site I could, racking up hundreds of dollars in membership fees. And then I actually did get one email. She was a 300-pound girl, and she didn't wear it too well. Then I got another email, finally, from a decent-looking one. Definite 7. We went back and forth 2 or 3 times, and I'm getting ready to pop right out of my skin, and then poof, she disappears right into the wind. I hear nothing back. I have no idea why. And I'm left that night with nothing but my left hand and my imagination. I felt like I was onto something, but I also knew that whatever it was, I sucked at it. I sank to a new low. It was bad. I had nothing to show for it, no women in my bed, and a pit in my gut that said I was a total loser. Even my friends started to feel sorry for me, and who could blame them? I was frustrated, angry, and alone, and my confidence with women was totally shot. I finally just started believing that attracting women just wasn't in the cards for me. Like, I was destined to be alone. Nothing changes when we hit some kind of bottom, when we can't go any lower, and the only way to go is up. And now I was out of options. I had to make something happen. No more trying to get lucky with drunk chicks in bars or clubs. No more blind dates with great personality girls. I had to make this online dating thing work. And I knew that if I could just crack that code, I'd never be lonely again. That thought fueled me. I figured the best way to do that was to find guys who were already getting lots of action, to see what they were doing right and what I was doing wrong. And the only way to do that was from the inside. So I took a temp job at one of the world's biggest dating sites. My boss was an ass, but I didn't care, because the moment I logged into my private access account, I suddenly had the world's most valuable info at my fingertips. The treasure map to getting laid. During lunch breaks, I got busy combing the data, finding out exactly who got laid and how. When I found a guy who was getting a lot of action, I studied his conversations intently. After about a week of doing this, I started noticing certain patterns, something these guys were doing that I wasn't. After a while, I began to feel like I knew what I was doing, so I sent off a bunch of emails, and nada. 0 responses. I sent off another group of messages. Nothing again. Ugh. So much for the pattern. This was starting to piss me off. I was missing something, so I said screw it. I found one guy who was getting more women messaging him first than anyone else on the site, and I basically ripped off his profile. I go for a beer run. When I get back, I can't believe what I see. 3 requests to share my details. Not an ugly in the bunch, and one of them was a fucking 1998 Pamela Anderson lookalike. Holy crap, it actually worked. This was not meant for me. No way this was meant for me. I've never gotten within an earshot of a girl that hot. Either that picture wasn't real or she messaged the wrong guy. Well, it turns out it was real, and she practically broke my headboard 16 hours later. How, you ask? Honestly, I couldn't understand it at the time. Hell, I completely blew the first date. But now, looking back, I know what happened. See, first impressions are really what matter most. My profile was so good, it fascinated her, turned her on, and created this primal urge to have more and more of me. So the fool I've made of myself when we actually met, she overlooked that. She needed me. I was the itch she couldn't scratch. Just to make sure this was for real, I ran it again. I got laid a few nights later by a curvaceous 5'7" dirty blonde Colombian. She was a solid 9 and the sex was unreal. Boom. I was beginning to think this profile was the key to the pearly gates of sex heaven. It sure felt like heaven. I ran it over and over again and it just kept working. But I knew that I couldn't just rip off this guy's profile. It didn't seem right. I needed to come into my own, so what I did was simple. I just broke down that profile line by line, and then I figured out what the goal of each line was, and then I just redid it in my own way. I kept doing this for all the big players' profiles on the site, and I kept testing them against each other. And what I came to notice was there was a formula that was behind each one of these winning profiles. A formula I could repeat anytime I wanted. Not every tweak I made was helpful, but on the whole, things just kept getting better and better. Pretty quickly, I went from banging 3 chicks to banging 3 chicks a week. No strings attached. Was I tired? Hells yeah. But was I going to trade it in for the world? Hells no. I was living out all of my teenage fantasies, and 300 bang sessions later, I'd say I have the hang of that formula pretty damn good now. At this point, I've not only mastered the online game, I've mastered every step from the very first email till you're unhooking her bra. Now, it's not just a formula, it's a system. A perfect system. And I'm going to get you started with it right now. Welcome to Online Sex Class 101. Let's roll. The very first thing you need to understand in the online dating game is who you are in the online dating game. Match.com gets 30,000 new women members each day. That's 30,000 women on just one out of hundreds of dating sites. The question is, why are women going in droves to these dating sites? I mean, millions of women all over the world. Fact is, as weird as this may sound, it's actually hard for women to find guys, at least guys worth dating. No woman starts their career online. If they're online, it means they've already failed to find anyone worth dating in the real world. So this online shindig is sort of their last resort. To put it bluntly, these chicks are desperate, and in many cases, haven't had a man in years. What's this mean? It means you actually have all the power in the equation. Online dating is like shooting fish in a barrel. You just need to know how to use the power you have, and the vault of endless horny hotties unlocks. But first, you have to signal to her that you have that power. If you're not signaling to her that you have that power right away, it's the #1 reason for the empty inbox you may have. I'm going to show you how to fix that instantly. It's a strategy I call manufactured demand. Remember I said before that first impressions are the most important impressions. Well, your first impression in this game is your profile picture. As much as women try to convince themselves that they're not superficial, it's bullshit. Every one of them looks at that picture first and the profile second. And if she can't get past your picture, she'll never read your profile at all. So you must nail it with this picture. Now, I want you to look at all of these pictures from a typical dating site. What mistake is every single guy making? Every single guy. Simple. They're alone. We hardly realize it, but the subtle signal we're sending out when we post a picture like this is that we're lonely, friendless, and sad. That causes women to put you into a low social status, and this happens within a few milliseconds. Social status, you say? Yes. You need to understand what I mean when I say social status, because this is what really triggers a woman's primal urge to have sex with you or not. There's a social status radar encoded into the DNA of every woman from prehistoric days. Darwin wrote that in ancient society, most of the women in a tribe would mate with only 1 or 2 males. That's it. 2 dudes. That means 95% of the men weren't getting any, ever. How did this happen? Well, when these women came of age, they would look around for somebody to mate with. And this was a big problem. Which men had good genes and wouldn't try to kill them? Who knew? So what did they do? Instead of trying to figure it out on their own, they looked to the women who came before them and saw who they were having sex with. Whoever this guy was, he was approved by the wise older women. So he was a sure bet. And they chose him and they got it on. Period. Lucky bastard. Now, who cares? Well, you do, because while our culture has evolved, it hasn't evolved that much. Modern research proves that women still make decisions kind of like this. Scientists call it social status or social proof. You may have heard about it before. Rock stars get the hottest women because they have social proof. Women see them positioned above the crowd, surrounded in a sea of other women with their hands stretched towards them. A woman sees this, their primal sex drive takes over. And the next thing you know, they're reaching for his hand and a lot more. Studies suggest that these urges in certain women might be irresistible. I've found that they are. It's the way the female brain is hardwired. They can't help it. Another case in point, you've probably heard that women want men who are either married or have a girlfriend. Now you know why. He's got social proof. And now that we know this, we can use it in our profile picture to get women chasing us like you're a rock star and they're the groupie. It's easy. Here's what you do. Just swap out that lonely photo with a photo of you with other women. If you don't have such a photo, go out and get one. Pay some girls $20 to put their arms around you if you have to. Just get them. This tells her that you are worthy, that you are desirable, that you are cool. It makes her competitive drive kick in and makes her want you even more. This is what makes the difference between pursuing women or being pursued. When you do this right, your inbox will be flooded with messages from women who are already hot for you before you've written them a single word. Thought that tip was cool? Good, because what I shared with you is the tip of a massive iceberg. I haven't even gotten into the system. The system is the thing that works without you thinking about it. The system's been honed and perfected for so many years that I can say for sure you will get the exact results that I get, possibly even better. The system takes her from that initial curiosity to a deep burning need to get between the sheets with you in a crazed and almost desperate manner every single time. Whenever I feel like it, I use this system to meet a new chick off the internet and get her to come back to my place with little or absolutely no effort at all, without spending a dime doing it or risking rejection in the process. And if I can do it, you can do it. Here's something I didn't know for most of my life. Every time a woman decides to sleep with a man she's met online, she goes through this same 3-step process. And if you know the simple 3-step process, you can take any woman you want through it without her even knowing. She will become intimate with you within a matter of minutes of meeting you. It's really out of her control, and it's scary to some people. What is this system? I call my breakthrough method insider internet dating. It's more like a step-by-step blueprint to attract women online that shows an average guy exactly what this 3-step process is and how to use it. This is the very first step-by-step guide that uses a proven method for attracting women online. Even the first time you use it, without changing who you are, memorizing stupid pickup lines, or weirding women out. And in case it's not obvious from everything I've set up till now, the system works even if you're over 50 and want to date younger women, if you're going bald, if you're overweight, if you're broke, deathly afraid of approaching women, and especially if you've already tried everything you can think of and you're still not seeing the results you really want. There is nothing simpler, easier to use, and more effective than insider internet dating. Insider internet dating can stuff your inbox with so many women begging for you to do the dirtiest things imaginable. It shouldn't even be legal, but it is. Imagine women showing up at your doorstep, dressed to kill, already turned on and ready to sleep with you. Blondes, brunettes, older women, Latin women, younger women, Asian women, whatever you like. This same system works on all of them. Why? Because it plays on instincts that are so primal, women literally have no power over what they're doing. They'll be saying to themselves ridiculous things like, what if he's the whole reason I'm on this site? And man, once you get it going, if you just follow my instructions, they'll be doing things to you that are unspeakable. Anything to please. I ask that you use it responsibly, but I'm not telling anyone if you don't. Insider internet dating puts the online dating game on autopilot, so you don't have to spend a lot of time or money doing it, and you can pretty much skip all the hard work and get straight to the good stuff. Whether you want to jump right into a relationship with a girl you've had your eye on for a while, or you want to date a lot of women before deciding who you want to get serious with, the system gives you the power and the choice. It's brand new, and I'm revealing it right now for the first time, but I'm only interested in revealing my system to a very specific type of guy. If you're already good with women online and you don't want to know exactly how to seduce and attract every hot chick you see online, then close this video now and do not continue watching. I want to give this to a guy who's a lot like how I used to be, confused, nervous, or frustrated with women, and sick of seeing other guys having the success that he wants. Man, if that's you, then I can't wait for you to write me and tell me how my system helped you meet women online. Here's just a fraction of what's in the insider internet dating system. My online dating black book. What's that about? Well, I've tried every single dating site online. Turns out, bigger isn't exactly better. I've wasted thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours to figure out that there are a few sites that give you an extreme amount of bang for your buck. On these select sites, beautiful babes are literally lined up and waiting for you to message them so you can hook up. You won't have to go through what I did to figure out which sites I'm talking about, because in the online dating black book, you'll be shown exactly which websites you should be using and which will just drain your time, your energy, and your money. Inside the members area, I'm also going to teach you a totally easy way to bump yourself up 2 to 3 points on the handsome scale. It'll only take a few minutes and it'll open up doors you can't imagine. You're also getting my highly acclaimed Profile Rockstar. This will show you how to copy and paste your way to a profile that makes you irresistible to women, including word for word what to say, so when she sees it, it completely convinces her you are a man she must meet. I got an email from Larry from this. He said, I'm well over 50 dates and hundreds of messages, all thanks to your program. And if I actually spent any significant time online doing this, it would be next to impossible to keep up with the response. On top of that, the profile you gave me in the course has been doing most of the work, which makes things much easier. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, Larry. You'll get the secret psychological triggers that make a woman reading it feel like she would be crazy not to email you right away. You'll also get the 4 types of pictures you should have and the 1 picture you must have if you want women to feel comfortable enough to come over your place. Plus, a photo rating system that gets other women to rate your best photos for you. Thomas wrote in saying, the photo rating system is slick. Now women are telling me which photos they like. No more guessing which photos get women's attention. The profile makes it or breaks it in online dating, and now you know you've won the battle before you even start. Then I'm going to teach you the Blitzkrieg. If you're in a rut, use this because the Blitzkrieg will generate you a list of 40 to 50 delicious women within a few hours. They'll be targeted by body type and location, and there are always at least a few one-night stands in the bunch. And if you're in it for a long-term relationship, there's always a romantic in there who's looking for the same thing. Either way, whenever you have 50 chicks headed in your direction, good things happen. I'll also give you the 3 magic copy and paste messages you can send to any woman that gets the conversation started, sets you up as a big challenge, and gets her to send you her phone number right away. Eric used these emails and he sent me this message. Those 3 emails work like a charm. I don't have to worry or wonder what to send anymore. I used these 3 emails today and got a smoking hot Russian chick practically begging me to call her right away. Thanks, man. You'll also discover the exact date of the week and time of the day that you should email a woman to have the highest possible chance of her writing you back. Doug sent me an email saying, man, knowing when to message women saves me a whole lot of time and gets me more responses. What to say to a woman who hasn't filled out her profile? It's frustrating when a woman looks good in her pictures but gives you nothing to comment on besides her looks. Here's a funny line to get things started that instantly separates you from the ass kissers she's used to dealing with. Then I'll show you the fatal flaw that 99% of the guys make when emailing a woman that reveal their ugly insecurities and leads a woman to think that they're using a dating site because they're desperate. I'm also going to let you steal my LMAFO formula that I use to get any woman laughing her ass off. As you know, there's nothing sexier for a girl than a guy who can make her laugh. This made it super easy for Ralph, who wrote us, I'm 39 and single after 5 years. I was nervous meeting a new girl for the first time. I used your LMAFO formula and bingo, just like you said, she was hysterical laughing and the date went incredibly well too. I'm also going to show you why fortune tellers stay in business even though they haven't got a psychic bone in their body. Then I'm going to show you how to use this same exact psychic technique to make every woman you meet infatuated with you. Then there's the little gems that I'm going to give you, like the secret to having threesomes anytime you want. My student Cash from Germany found out how well this works. He said, I met models, strippers, airline stewardesses, even go-go dancers, as well as many, many bisexual women. I even found my current girlfriend who happens to be a 10 and bisexual thanks to your material. There's no way I'm going to give this stuff away. Or the 100% proven phone close, so you know exactly how to handle that critical first phone call, including exactly what to say, saving you weeks of back and forth on the telephone. That brings me to another thing you're going to discover. How to dial up sexual tension over the phone so much she'll want you before you even meet her. And don't be surprised if she tries to kiss you first when you do this. How to pick up and get down with Maxim models from Facebook. Why pickup lines suck and what I use that's way better. 2 magic little phrases that will make you virtually immune to the women who test you. And how using them at the right time will ignite her attraction towards you almost immediately. This one, I hesitated to share at first because this was my bread and butter for a while, but this technique, I can say one of 2 simple and seemingly innocent phrases to any woman and make her visibly turned on, even if she wasn't attracted to me in the first place. Oscar sent me an email saying, just like you said, those 2 phrases work like a charm. You'll also discover how to make her think you're talking to a lot of women online, so she has to work twice as hard to compete for your attention. A body part you can look at to see if she's ready to have sex. It's not what you think. What to do when she doesn't respond to one of your emails? Here's how to write her again in a way that doesn't look desperate and nearly always gets a response. How to make her worry that you just want to be friends. This is what naturals do in real life to get women to push for more, and it works just as well online. 3 innocent magic phrases you can slip under the radar that'll have any woman secretly fantasizing about sex with you. Donnie wrote in, basically, you trigger this emotion in her, wait to see if she fires the signal back, then I know she's attracted and willing to sleep with me. This gave me a huge advantage and an amount of confidence that I have never experienced before. How to actually control how she's going to rate your sexual performance and be rated a 9 or 10 every time. And that brings me to another thing you're going to discover. A proven under-the-radar way to get her so horny, she'll make the first move within a half hour of meeting you. Do you know what it's like to make a really hot girl actually become visibly turned on right in front of your eyes? Man, it's so empowering. I got an email from Chris saying, wow, it's completely changed the way I approach women in dating and boosted my self-confidence with women. Screw it. There's so much more inside, it's pointless trying to cover it all. The bottom line is, you're going to have on a silver platter every last step you need from the first punch of the keyboard till you're unhooking her bra. Nothing is left out. And it's all completely plug and play. No thinking required. You don't need to be cool, handsome, or anything. You need to be breathing and following instructions. 5 hours from now, using this system, you can be in bed with a chick who's totally out of your league. Simon wrote in to tell us how easy this system has made it for him. He said, I'm 43 and used to be known as the nice guy and just a friend. But now, I'm the guy girls ditch their friends to get together with. One even ditches her boyfriend to meet up with me. He goes on to say, buying this was one of the best decisions I've made in years. Of course I was skeptical, but considering I have 27 pages of messages and have gone out on a date every single night I've had free and hooked up with all of them except for 2, I have to say that this works. And keep in mind, for every one of these testimonials I'm showing you here, I have 100 more that I'm not showing you. But I will add one thing that they didn't mention, and that's the caliber of women my students are getting. Hot, smart, often with high-powered jobs and serious coin. You're gonna love your new life, and get ready for it because your story is next. Your troubles with women are over, my friend. I've already destroyed them, you just don't know it yet. Okay, now because you've watched this far through the video, it means you can feel how effective insider internet dating is, and you're already starting to imagine all the ways you can use it to meet women online. You might be thinking of the first woman you're going to get using this system, or thinking about what you're going to do with her when she's finally all yours. Maybe you're wondering about the price, or how easy it is to claim your spot. I'll answer these questions right now, but first I have one question for you. If all this did was get you a date with that one girl you really want by this time tomorrow, would it be worth it? If all this did was give you the power to attract any woman you want, regardless of your looks, age, or bank account, would it be worth it? If all this did was allow you to start a relationship with the girl you really want instead of settling for whatever comes your way, would it be worth it? Well, this system will deliver all this for far less than you're thinking. The guys who have access to insider internet dating right now say they couldn't even begin to put a price on this transformation. Tim says, if I had known what insider internet dating was going to do for my life, I probably would have paid $900. Truthfully, it's worth a lot more, but that would have been the most I could afford. Johnny wrote, you couldn't put a price on this. Seriously, it works that good. Michael says $5,000 easy. And trust me, an endless stream of good sex is worth way more than $5,000. How much should it cost? By all logic, it should cost quite a lot. However, it's not. I only felt right by making insider internet dating affordable for every guy who wants to meet women online. So don't worry, I'll get to the price in just a moment. In fact, the absolute lowest a guy said it was worth was $600, while most guys were saying numbers well into the thousands. This is the reason why the price of my program will not only sound like an absolute steal, but it will literally blow your mind away. You see, because I don't know how long I'll be able to have this system available, I want to help as many guys as possible in as short a time as possible by making it affordable for anyone's budget. The good news is you won't pay $600 or even $500. You won't pay $400. Heck, you won't even pay $300. Given what insider internet dating is, how incredibly effective it is, and the fact that it's already proven to work by more than 78,000 men just like you can probably understand why I was originally going to sell this system for $197. But you know something? $197 is a fortune to someone who doesn't have it. So I know this is kind of crazy, but I'm not even going to charge you $197 for the entire insider internet dating system today. I promised you I was going to make this affordable for every guy who wants to meet women online, and I meant it. If you've watched this far into the presentation, I know it's because you want this. You want to get laid whenever you want. You want to have the self-confidence of knowing you can date any woman you want. You want to wake up every day knowing you aren't settling for whatever you can get. My main mission was to help as many single men as humanly possible, and the only way I can do that is by making this program so affordable that you'd be a fool not to grab this right now. So I'm going to do something truly special for you. For as long as this video is up, and it could come down at any time, I'll let you have the complete insider internet dating system, not for $197, not for $97, heck, not even for $67. Nope. If you act right now, you'll get instant access to the complete insider internet dating system, plus 6 additional bonus products I'm going to show you for just one single payment of $59.95 today. To get started, simply click the Add to Cart button you see below this video right now. Your purchase will be completely discreet. That button takes you to the secure checkout page that I have set up, and as soon as you're finished entering in that information, you'll be taken to the special members-only area that we've created for you, where you'll receive immediate access to the entire Insider Internet Dating program. You'll be able to view the guides, the lists, the videos, instructions, and everything else right from your computer, your smartphone, or your tablet. You really do have to act right now. You see, I'm selling this program through this video for just $59.95 today, only as a marketing test. Once this marketing test is complete, 2 things will happen. First, we're going to raise the price back to $197, and second, I'll be removing all the awesome bonuses I'm going to show you. Remember, it's not just you discovering this breakthrough today. This video is being seen by thousands, if not tens of thousands of men across America because of the media coverage this story is now getting, which means initial membership spots can run out at any time, so time is limited. Odds are you're looking at your only good shot at getting in at this discounted price, so click the button below that says Add to Cart to claim your discounted copy of Insider Internet Dating now while this really tiny window of opportunity is still open. Plus, to make your decision even more of a no-brainer, I'm also going to give you a full 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Here's how it works. You just click the Add to Cart button that's below this video, get everything that's included in this course, and start your test drive today. Then you'll have a full 2 months to evaluate this powerful attraction system. If you're not totally blown away by what you discover, if you don't get the results you're looking for, we'll gladly refund every penny. No questions, no hassles, and you can keep all the bonuses just for giving it a shot, which means all you need to do right now is say maybe to the Insider Internet Dating program. There's no risk at all on your end, and you have everything to gain. Why am I being so generous with this guarantee? Because I want this for you. I want you to feel what it's like to have the self-confidence knowing you can easily get the women you want anytime you want, to see the look on your friends' faces as it's filled with envy. All you have to do is click the button below. Now, let me introduce you to the 6 free awesome bonuses. The first is the iid Quick Start Guide. I want you to get started as soon as possible. If you're short on time, then you can read the whole thing beginning to end in less than 15 minutes and get started meeting women online right away. Many men have actually used this guide alone to meet women online within hours without even using anything else. This Quick Start Guide is worth $99 in value, but to be absolutely honest, it would be unfair to even put a monetary value on something as valuable as this, because the kind of results you can achieve with this are absolutely priceless. It's really that complete and that easy to use. Your second bonus is called The Naked Truth. In this audio training, you'll learn how to attract women online instead of pursuing them, including ways to create an emotional connection with the women you want without doing anything strange, weird, or creepy. More importantly, you'll learn how to shift your mindset so you become a total natural when it comes to attracting the most desirable women online. This is something that costs $99 on its own, but I'm also giving this to you for free today. Your third bonus is really cool, Social Magnetism. You'll learn how to use a patent-pending personality profiling system that works better than anything you've ever seen, specifically to attract the right women for you online. Once you learn this, you'll be able to spot the exact type of woman who's most likely to respond to your messages within moments of reading her profile. You can't buy this for any price, anywhere, but if I were to sell it separately, I could easily ask $99. Let's face it, guys would stuff money in my pockets for this information. Your fourth bonus is awesome. It's called the 30-minute meetup. I realized that every first date from the internet followed the same simple formula. When you listen to this audio training, you'll learn the exact formula to set up quick 20 to 30 minute get-togethers with the women you meet online that will either end up with her back at your place, or it will leave her desperately wanting more of you, or at the very least, save you from spending time and money on a woman you didn't like. This information is worth $99 in value, and I've taken it off the market because it was too controversial in nature. So this is your one and only chance to get it because you can't buy it or get it anywhere else. Your fifth bonus is special. Looking for a step-by-step visual guide to attracting women online? Well, by ordering today, only from this page, you'll get a do this, then do that flowchart to take you from having never met a girl online straight through to getting her to respond, giving you her phone number, wanting to meet up with you, and come back home with you. I got an email from Pierre telling me, I just look at the chart and it tells me exactly what to do next. It's called the iid Roadmap. It's valued at $47, but I'm also giving this to you for free today. Your sixth bonus is hot. I'm giving you access to a private, no-holds-barred Q&A coaching call where I answered specific questions about using the iid system. This will walk you through a new way of approaching these secrets uncensored and straight from the source. This is also worth $99 in value, and you won't be able to get it anywhere else. Because I always like to over-deliver, I'm going to throw in several other bonuses, but you'll have to buy the course and log into the private members site to discover them. So the total value for all this material comes to $749, but you get all this for only one payment of $59.95 today. Fully guaranteed for 60 days. Click on the big button below because you want to be with more beautiful women, and I've got a proven, easy-to-use attraction system for you that's guaranteed to do exactly that. Once you click the big orange button below, you'll be taken instantly to a secure checkout page, and you'll be confident that your data is private and guaranteed secure by McAfee and VeriSign with 128-bit encryption. Then, within a matter of seconds, you'll unlock the secrets within the Insider Internet Dating System from the comfort of your home. No waiting for the mailman, no embarrassing packages showing up at your doorstep, just discreet and instant access to my secret system for meeting women online. You've got 60 days to return it if it doesn't work for you. Join us and get the complete Insider Internet Dating System right now by clicking on the big orange button just below this video. All right, we're coming to a close, my brother. Now, you've seen and heard a lot in this presentation, and if you've gotten this far, that means that it's coming time for you to take a look at your options. Thing one, leave this page and completely forget about what you saw or heard. Go back to meeting women the way you've always done it before and hope that someday things will change for you. And if that's what you're planning, I wish you all the best. Before you take that route, I have to warn you of something I learned at a very young age. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Thing two, you're probably thinking about using the free advice you got from this presentation and doing it all on your own, which will definitely work for you. But there's a very high chance that you still might struggle without knowing the right how-to steps. You could see short-term results, but it might not be permanent. Thing three, you can stay on this page, click the Add to Cart button below, get your instant, risk-free access to the Insider Internet Dating Program, and let me take you by the hand and guide you step by step through the whole process and put you on the fast track to massive success. And you understand that you have absolutely zero risk, as you have a full 60 days to try the system. Therefore, this should be a very easy decision for you. Do not put this off even for one more second, because as you've already noticed, I cut the price from $197 to only $59.95 just so you can jump in right now. I cannot stress enough how time sensitive this offer is, because we're very close to our maximum membership capacity right now. What are you going to do? Put that $59.95 towards baseball tickets to a game you won't even think about a week later? Or a pair of shoes that will go out of style in a year? Or are you going to put it towards something that will make every day of your life infinitely better? You can be fantasizing about wild sexual escapades, or you can be living wild sexual escapades. You can watch other guys hooking up with one hottie after another, or you can be the guy hooking up with one hottie after another. The decision is yours, but I think you know what you need to do. Your chance to order will end as soon as this video completes, which will happen in seconds. So click that Add to Cart button below this presentation now. Take your free test drive, and I'll see you on the other side. Still here? That's no problem. I totally get it. A lot of guys have questions after watching this presentation, especially because they find it so shocking that they can meet women online so quickly and easily. So let's address some of the ones you peeps have been asking the most. Question 1, do I really not need to leave the house? Yes, you really don't need to leave the house. You might want to get out of your pajamas and into something respectable for when she arrives though. Next, question 2. How fast will the girls come? Damn fast. As the testimonials above have shown you, you can be rocking within 24 hours easy. Even as little as 5 hours if you stop watching this shit and start implementing this system instead. Question 3. I'm scared. What do I do when she gets to my door? Remember, dude, like I told you, this is a full service system. Once you go through it, you're gonna know exactly what to do for every single interaction you're gonna have with her, and I mean it. We've got your back, so worry not, my friend. Question 4. Am I good looking enough for this? Look, I've done this with guys who didn't have any of their teeth in the right place. This system transcended all because it goes so deep into a woman's subconscious, your physical appearance is just plain irrelevant. That doesn't mean you shouldn't work out, because you should. It's just irrelevant to this program. Question 5. Is this course being shipped to my house? No, it isn't. It's downloadable, and that's how we sell it so cheap. And besides, you'll never get laid in 5 hours if we have to ship it to you. With your instant access to this system, I can say for sure you'll have your first sex generation machine up and running within a few minutes. So let's get started right now. Move your mouse over the add to cart button. Now click that button. I'm waiting for you on the other side, and so is the girl of your dreams. Do it now.